Some great messages there, and Anthony, thank you from us for your passion and partnership. Moving on, it's a new era at Tourism Australia. Many of you will know that Robin Mack has now been appointed into the role with some terrific experience over many years. We're delighted to have Dominic with us today. Can you please welcome Dom from TA?
G'day everyone, really good to be here today on this amazing country that we have. So yeah, Joseph's welcome to country. I've come to you from Gadigal and Wongal lands, so it's always really beautiful just to sort of see that diversity of country that we have, and you know, the world's oldest living culture, which is something that we can be so proud of as a tourism industry. On a similar vein to, you know, cab driver conversations, this morning as well, because I flew in this morning, I was having a chat to, you know, the Uber driver, and they can always go one of two ways. Was a positive one. Turns out the guy was previously VP of sales for Qantas out of San Fran, and now retired and just, you know, out to have a chat to me, which I thought was quite funny. And his comment was, you know, the amount of visitors that he has that are basically just blown away with the friendliness of people and how good a time people have actually had. And similar to what Craig said, that's really, or I think it was the minister as well, like it's down to the people in the room here. I always say, like, you know, we're out there as that sort of big national tourism organisation with the pretty pictures, making these promises, when we as an organisation have nothing to do with delivering on that promise. That's literally you guys in the room. So thank you for not making us look silly, is probably the piece there. So thanks to TQ for having me here today. I just wanted to give you a bit of a quick overview on what's been happening in our world in terms of that international marketing lens for leisure and for business events. On the business events side of things, you heard mentioned there by Ollie. So Robin, you know, the return of the Mac, now heading up Tourism Australia. We're all really pleased with Robin's appointment. He's been at TA for over a decade, has a wealth of knowledge in not only those international markets, but also that aviation piece and that business events side, which of course is so important for destinations, including, of course, Brisbane as well. Another change that you might see on there or might notice on there is that we have a familiar face to many of you potentially in Sally Cope, heading up as a new Executive General Manager of Industry. So what that basically looks after is industry relations, so the team that I'm in, as well as industry events and our experiences team, which includes the Signature Experiences program, including Discover Aboriginal Experiences. And the reason that this is so key is that it actually puts that industry piece at the forefront of what the exec is looking at that senior level, at that leadership level. So it ensures that, you know, you guys in the room are a key focus of what we continue doing as an organisation moving forwards. With our priority markets, so we added a new market to the fold last year in the form of Vietnam. These 16 markets that we look after are still where 80% of that actual visitation comes from, and Vietnam is a really interesting one just to really look at for the future. It's one where, from a broader federal government perspective, the trade side of things is interesting, and that trade side then always eventually leads to the visitation side from a leisure perspective as well. In each of the markets, we work with them a little bit differently. You know, some will have the full-blown tourism campaigns, others will be more a trade side of things. Vietnam, for example, the latest thing there is that the Aussie Specialist program has actually been launched in Vietnamese now. So it's really sort of that beginning play to get the trade there comfortable with selling Australia. In regards to how we're tracking, we're at just over 8.8 million in terms of arrivals now nationally, and obviously the mix, depending on markets, varies a little bit. But the great thing is that this is actually a real sign of the hard work that the airports, the states, and the states have been doing. So really fantastic, you know, to hear that partnership work happening as well at that regional level between Beta and Experience Gold Coast as well. As an organisation, we are really all about still selling that dream of, Australia, building that demand and then trying to harness that demand through some of the partnership activity that we have as well. We've got the pretty pictures, we've got the brand marketing side of things, but then there's also that lifting that happens as part of that wider media piece and the public relations piece. This is really what adds the depth to that Australian story that we are actually selling out there. Now, in terms of the campaign, you'd be familiar with Ruby the Roo. She is very popular around the globe. So the second chapter of Come and Say G'day was really thinking about how we can make a bigger impact with this campaign in specific markets. What we decided on was to localise each of the talent that we used for the campaign dependent on the market. So up there you'd see some familiar faces for different markets. For example, Nigella in the UK, focusing a little bit more sort of on the foodie angle. You've got Yosh in the top right there, who's, I'm told, the Chinese Timothée Chalamet. So he's looking very glamorous on lots of Dior billboards and whatnot. And then you've also got, local talent like Thomas Weatherall, just to bring that Australian flavour to things. The bottom right there, he was on Heartbreak High on Netflix. But yeah, proud Kamilaroi man. So really great to have that Indigenous voice as part of the campaign as well. Now, what I did want to share with you, and some of you might have seen it already, is we've got a compilation film of what is effectively cuts from each of the localised international ads to sort of create a cohesive narrative. But so this next piece I'm going to show you, it doesn't appear anywhere like this, so it's not online or something, so it's kind of, you see it in a prezzo or you don't see it. And it just really gives you that feeling of that warm and welcoming message that the campaign is all about, and then really what you guys deliver upon in your destination.
Bet they'll miss Australia.
What do you reckon they'll tell their mates back home?
Oh, that's easy. I reckon it would start with...
Guys, you are never gonna believe what happened in Australia. Come back with my phone. You.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
G'day, mate. Just going for a stroll?
Something took my phone.
But we better go find it.
Let's take a shortcut.
You'll find that tiki emu.
Took your phone.
That's the
I swear.
It's another world.
オーストラリアには世界で一番古い文化があります。田中先生が生まれるずーっと前からあるんだって。すごい昔の生き物のお話がで。
何あれ?
They call it a bav. Bav.
Come on, darling, dive right in.
Throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Mate, we actually call them...
Prawns. Massive prawns.
Like, how big? Big as my head. No, bigger.
Big as Dave's head.
Bigger. As big as a...
Sea lions, aren't they gorgeous?
They're so squishy.
How's that for a view?
像什么呀？
我在说我们是怎么认识的。我记得是在澳大利亚的黄昏。
G'day.
那个时候他就喜欢上我了呢。
才不是这样的。
是吗？那你记得什么样呢？
我记得，明明是你先喜欢上我的。
可能是吧。
The end.
Wait, what about the emu?
Oh, yeah, the emu.
Sea lions, they can hold their breath a long time. Take a guess, 45 minutes. Oh, cheers. That's trying to shut me up for 40 minutes. I just talk. And don't stop.
Robert,
We're flying through the air. I mean, Robert's kind of nervous, but I'm cool as a cucumber.
Drop it. Ooh.
My phone!
Told you we'd find it.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, really? Boom!
That is
Amazing, Ruby.
Everyone leaves Australia with a good tale.
Yeah, this place has a way of staying with you. It always has.
So what are you waiting for? Come and say g'day.
So it's all been received really well. You see the numbers up there, and it's just really, I guess, in your business as well, just remembering how we position Australia out there, and don't be afraid to sort of, I guess, bring that friendliness through to the messages that you're sharing. And on that, I just wanted to share with you, our social media channels. They have traditionally been, pretty pictures of landscapes and sort of experiences and things like that. But, we're experimenting a little bit more now there as well. So this is one of our sort of Instagram Reels / TikToks from recently. And you'll notice some Brisbane locals as part of the backing track as well.
The winners and new champions, Robert
So basically, have fun with it out there. Ironically enough, that was actually Pip's office after she'd left. So just, a bit of extra space. Just lastly, a couple of key things coming up for us. So Destination Australia will be held in Melbourne in a couple of weeks' time. We'll be launching our 2035 strategy then. So we're a little bit, more conservative than Queensland, you bloody overachievers with your 2045 strategies. Then, of course, ATE. There's lots of Australia Marketplace events coming up as well. And then G'day Australia at the end of the year. My deets are up there. That QR code will take you through the Working with TA guide, and always look forward to chatting with any of you about any thoughts, hopes, dreams that you might have, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon ahead. Thank you.